Hello friends, today I am back with another video. Today my baby is with me. Okay, I will do the daily routine video. Okay, quarrel. Okay, so let's start. So today was Tuesday, so it was my working day. So I wake up at 8 a.m. I put alarm at 6 a.m. but unfortunately I was very tired. That's why I was unable to wake up at 6 a.m. So I wake up at 8 a.m. Then after waking up I went to the washroom and freshened myself. After freshening myself I dressed myself and then I completed my breakfast with rice and some mashed potato and vegetables. So I completed my breakfast with rice, potato and vegetables. After completing my breakfast, it was almost 8:55 a.m. 5 a.m. So it is time to go out from my home. So I went out from my home at 8:55 a.m. After going out from the home, I started walking, and after 2 minutes later, I reached to the bus stand. Then after a while, I got a bus called Victor Classic. The bus was not that crowded, so fortunately, I went to the last row of the bus and got a seat. Got a seat. Sorry. I didn't got a seat first. So I was standing and listening to the podcast at abc.net.au. Then after a while, a seat was blank because people get down from the bus at Rampura Bridge. So I sat on that seat, and after sitting on that seat, I I peacefully started hearing the podcast, and the podcast was very interesting. But I didn't feel that interest on the podcast. So what I did is I stopped listening podcast and opened the Apuni app and practiced some reading module. FIB, fill in the blanks, drop down reading module. I practiced them. After practicing after practicing 5 or 6, then I got bored and then started listening the podcast again. uh, uh, After 10 or to 12 minutes later, I reached to the Nutan Bazar bus stand. Then before getting down from the bus, I put down my noise cancelling JBL headphone, because it is a noise cancelling JBL headphone and has no wire. It is a Bluetooth headphone, so it might get lost while I am getting down from the bus. So I put it down on my bag, on the airport's box, and after putting it down from my ear, I got down from the bus at Notun Bazar bus stand. Then I had to cross an overbridge. Then I took a rickshaw. The fare of this rickshaw is only 20 taka. Then using that rickshaw, I reached to my office within 5 minutes. After reaching to the office, I put the punch machine. I reached to the office at 9:45 p.m. a.m. So I was a little bit early. I was a little bit early than usual day, because I got out from my home 5 minutes earlier. So I reached to my office a little bit earlier than the usual day. After reaching to the office, got to my desk. After getting to my desk, what I did is, after getting to my desk, I put my bag on the table and went to the washroom and freshened myself using the hand wash, because there are a lot of germs out there. So I was almost uh, soaked with the hot weather. So I I I went to the went in I go in front of a fan which was on. The fan was beside our washroom, so I stand in front of the fan so that I get cool as fast as possible. After after getting to the fan, after standing in front of the fan for 2 minutes, I was cooled down. So I get back to my desk and started and opened my laptop. Then started working. Before I started working, I completed my insurance form, health insurance form, and submitted it to my project manager. He signed it down. Then I submitted to the HR department. After submitting it to the HR department, I get back to my desk. After getting back to my desk, I started working. I started working. I did complete my. I started working. I worked until 12. I worked until 1 p.m. After 1 p.m. it was Johor prayer time. So I and one of my colleague named Sifat. I and one of my colleague named Sifat went to the masjid for Johor prayer. Then completed our Johor prayer by 1:20 25 p.m. After completing my Johor prayer, we get back to our office and worked for almost 30 minutes. After working for 30 minutes, we went to the fourth floor for taking the lunch. Fourth floor is the cafeteria room. So we reached to the fourth floor. After reaching to the fourth floor at cafeteria, I and three of my colleagues went together at the cafeteria. Then took our lunch from the catering boys. After taking lunch from the catering, after taking lunch from the catering boys, after taking lunch from the catering boys, we were searching for a empty table. After a while, I found an empty table, and so I and one of my colleagues sat on the table to complete our lunch. We completed our lunch within 5 to 10 minutes, and while we were taking our lunch, while we were taking our lunch, we talked a lot with our colleagues using various topics. So it was a lot of fun while we were taking lunch and have a conversation on a specific topic. So after we completed our lunch within 10 minutes, after completing lunch, my colleague was saying that he lost his water bottle. So I told him to check to the office staff, asking to the office staff that did they saw anything, a water bottle or not. So my colleague started asking to the office staff that did they saw a water bottle that I left yesterday. So after searching for a while, my colleague found that water bottle. The one of the office staff put that water bottle on a safe area so that it not get stolen. After getting the water bottle, my colleague was very happy. So it was a small type of investigation. So it was a lot of fun. After getting the water bottle, my colleague was very happy. My colleague was very happy. My colleague was very happy. Then we get back to our desk. My colleague went to the desk at first floor. Our desk is at the first floor, but I didn't get back to the desk immediately because I need to talk to my wife, because I usually call my wife after lunch. So I called my wife and I talked with my baby and my wife. After talking with my baby and wife for 2 minutes, I get back to my desk again and started working. I completed. I worked until 4:58 p.m. After that, it was Asr prayer time. So I and one of my colleagues went to the masjid to complete the Asr prayer. After completing the Asr prayer, I get back to my home and get back to my desk. After completing Asr prayer, my colleague was saying that let's have a tea at the tea shop. So after going to the tea shop, we instead of taking tea, we took yogurt because the tea seller was taking a lot of time making the tea because he was busy with other customers. So since it will be late if we take tea, so we didn't take tea. Instead we completed uh, we ate the yogurt, and after taking the yogurt we get back to our desk again. So it took 30 minutes to complete the asr prayer and tea break. So at 5:30 p.m. We get back to our desk, and after getting back to our desk, I started working again from 5:30 p.m. to 30 p.m. 1 hour. Within this 1 hour, we did some work, and it was almost Maghrib prayer time. So we get back to the masjid and completed Maghrib prayer and get back to our office again. After getting back to the office, I I worked for 30 minutes, so it was almost 7:45, 14 p.m. So it was my office checkout time. So I shut down my laptop and get out from my office using the punch machine. By punching to the punch machine, after punching the punch machine, I get down from my office using the stairs. Within 2 minutes, I reached to the Saidnagar auto stand. Before reaching to the Saidnagar auto stand, I got an auto rickshaw already, which was 20 taka only to reach to the Nutun Bazar bus stand. After reaching to the Nutun Bazar bus stand using the auto rickshaw, I got the Raida bus, which is the bus I usually used to commute to my home from my office. So I entered into the bus. After entering to the bus, I get to the last row, and there was empty. And firstly, the seat was not empty. There was no empty seat. So I had to wait 2 or 3 minutes. While waiting for 2 or 3 minutes, I opened my AirPods and started listening to the podcast. After 2 or 3 minutes later, a seat was blank at the last row. I sat there. After sitting there, I opened the notebook, and while I was listening to the podcast, I started taking notes, because taking notes is a very important skill in PT academic speaking module, because summarized group discussion and detailed lecture has a taking notes skill. So I am trying to improve my note taking skill. So I started taking notes at the while I was sitting at the last row of the bus. So after taking notes for a while listening to the podcast, I thought let's try to the official APUNI app. So I opened the APUNI app and tried one of the summarized group discussion question. So while I was listening to the 3 minutes audio, I surprisingly discovered that it is really difficult for taking notes within only 3 minutes, because while I was taking notes, I used to write the full sentence, but while I was writing a full sentence, the speaker almost completes his part. Since it is 3 minutes audio, 3 speaker is talking, so average one speaker talks about 1 minute. So it is 60 seconds. So if you try to write a full sentence, then it will be very difficult to cover the whole transcript. So while I was taking notes, it 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 makes me feel difficult to cover the whole transcript. So I discovered that next time while I listen to the podcast, I have to take only the phrases instead of taking full sentences, and keep 3 minutes interval and practice 3 minutes interval. Within 3 minutes I have to take notes, uh, and take notes for the 3 minutes I have listened, and then pause. After pausing, then again another 3 minutes. So this way I can mimic the whole environment of the summarized group discussion. So that's it. I discovered a very important point, and afterwards I practiced some of the right form dictation. Uh, uh, while by practicing right form dictation, I almost reached to my home. Then I get down from the bus. After walking for a while, I reached to my home. My wife told me to take some eggs from the superstore, so I take 1 dozen of eggs from superstore. After taking eggs, I get back to my home using the staircases. After getting back to my home, I saw my baby and wife. My baby was smiling at me. She is only 6 months old. So I was a lot happy while I saw my baby smiling. So that's it all for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow, inshallah. Bye bye.